Good day, my warriors of untamed chaos, my daring architects of unstoppable disruption. Today we don't gather to whisper timidly, but to unleash a roar so thunderous it cracks the heavens. You, my friends, are far too bold, too dangerous to bend to the will of a world that feeds off your silence and obedience. Let's talk about that weapon you've been keeping hidden, your voice. Oh yes, your voice. A blade sharper than steel, forged in the fiery furnace of every heartbreak, betrayal, and moment of suppression. This isn't just some tool, it's your battle cry, your power, your declaration that you exist and you matter. Jezebel trembles before it because your voice exposes her lies. The devil himself recoils because your voice burns through his shadowy deceptions like a relentless sun. Why is your voice so terrifying? Because the world thrives on yours. It wraps you up in neat little boxes, labels slapped on your soul, and commands you to stay small, stay quiet, stay in your place. But your voice? Oh, your voice is the sound of chains snapping, of walls crumbling, of systems unraveling. It is raw, unapologetic, and lethal to those who fear what they cannot control. Jezebel despises it because it is truth, and truth is her undoing. She thrives on illusions, whispers of doubt, and shiny, polished lies. But every time you speak, you tear the mask from her face, exposing her for what she really is. A hollow shell, powerless and parasitic, desperately clinging to the edges of your radiance. And the devil? He hears your voice and knows that it echoes with the strength of something he cannot break. Your will, your defiance, your refusal to surrender. The devil thrives in silence, in the unspoken fears of the timid. But your voice is a war cry, a defiant roar that disrupts his illusions and strikes terror into his heart. Yes, the world will try to silence you. They will call you too much, too loud, too rebellious. They will throw every insult and rule they can at you, hoping to drown you in their noise. But don't you dare stop. Every word you speak shakes their foundations. Every truth you scream reminds them that you are no cog in their machine. You're the glitch they can't fix, the storm they can't weather, the wildfire they can't control. Oh, they will hate you for it. Your voice will cost you. It will create enemies. It will isolate you from the timid sheep too afraid to leave the safety of the flock. But ask yourself, what's the alternative? Silence? Obedience? A life spent swallowing your truth to conform to a system that was never built for you? No, that's not who you are. You were born to roar. Let them label you dangerous. Let them call you reckless, a heretic, a troublemaker. Those words are their fear speaking. The moment they try to label you, you've already won. Why? Because the sheep fear the wolf. Not because the wolf is cruel, but because the wolf is free. And your voice? It's the haunting howl in the night that reminds them freedom exists. Terrifying, untamed, and unstoppable. Jezebel hates being exposed. She thrives on control, whispering seductive lies to the weak and complacent. But your voice is her mirror, and when you speak, she's forced to face the truth she cannot bear. The devil? He's no cartoon villain. He's the subtle whisper in your mind that says, "You're not enough, don't even try." He thrives on that lie. But every time you speak, you shatter it. Your words are cracks in his fortress, daggers that pierce his illusion. Here's the truth they don't want you to know. Power is never handed over, it's seized, it's fought for, it's ripped from the clutches of those who would rather see you broken than whole. Your voice isn't just a weapon, it's a wrecking ball. It doesn't knock on doors, it obliterates them. It doesn't challenge authority, it demolishes it. But wielding this weapon takes courage. Every time you speak, the world will push back. They will call you arrogant, ungrateful, even dangerous. They will try to silence you, break you, make you believe your voice doesn't matter. But that's when you know you're on the right path. Their fear is your proof. So, speak louder, speak bolder, speak with the fury of 1,000 storms. Speak for those who can't. Speak for those too broken to rise. Speak for the version of you that once believed the lies. And when they come for you, and they will, stand tall, look them dead in the eye, and say, "I am not afraid. I will not bow. My voice is my weapon, and I will wield it until my last breath." Because here's the ultimate truth. They can take everything, your comfort, your security, even your life, but they can never take your voice. that belongs to you forever. So use it. Use it to tear apart their illusions, dismantle their systems, and build something real, something they cannot touch. Use it to light a fire in others, to spark a revolution that will outlive you. Because your voice isn't just a weapon, it's your legacy. The echo of your defiance will remain long after you're gone. A reminder to the world that you were here, that you fought, that you lived. And that, my friends, is the truest power of all. Now go. Let them hear you. Let them fear you. Let them feel the storm that you are. Because this world wasn't made for silence. It was made for storms. And you are the loudest storm they've ever seen. But wait, don't stop here. Don't let this storm end too soon. You see, they're watching you now. Every word you speak, every roar you unleash, every truth you refuse to keep locked away. It shakes them to their core. They'll deny it, they'll scoff, they'll pretend they're unbothered. But deep down, oh, they feel it. That tremor in their chest, that unease in their gut. That fear they can't quite name, but can't ignore. And that's the beauty of your voice. It doesn't just echo, it invades. It plants seeds of doubt in the minds of those who think they can control you. It forces them to question their illusions, their systems, their power. It's not just noise. It's the world. It's a fortress built on fragile lies. Your voice is the battering ram. Every time you speak, you strike the walls, and with every strike, cracks spread further and deeper. They want to patch those cracks, ignore them, cover them up with paint and distraction. But your persistence, your roar, your refusal to stop, that's what brings the whole thing crumbling down. And when the walls finally fall, when the dust settles, what will stand in their place? Their rules, their labels, their chains. They were only as powerful as your silence allowed them to be. And now that you've shattered that silence, they're powerless. So don't just roar once. Don't let it be a moment. Make it a movement. Let your voice ripple across generations. Speak so loudly, so fiercely, that even those yet to be born will feel the echoes of your defiance. Because this is about more than just you. This is about everyone who has ever felt trapped, silenced, or unseen. This is about building a world where no one has to cage their truth just to survive. Let them say you're dangerous. Let them call you chaotic, uncontrollable, wild. Embrace it. Wear it like armor. Because the greatest threat to their false order isn't violence, it's truth. It's the unshakable, undeniable, unrelenting truth that you refuse to stay silent. When they come for you again, when they throw their rules, their ridicule, and their rejection at you, don't flinch. Stand firm. Because here's the thing, storms don't bow, fires don't apologize, wolves don't seek permission, neither should you. Your voice is not just sound. It's a revolution. It's the anthem of the free, the war cry of the fearless, the song of the unconquered. And every time you use it, you become a living reminder that their systems are not absolute, their power is not infinite, and their lies will not stand. So keep roaring, keep breaking the silence, keep shaking their foundations, because the moment you stop is the moment they win, and that is not your story. Your story is one of defiance, of courage, of standing tall even when the world demands you kneel. And when your voice finally rests, when your battle is over and your storm has passed, they will look at the wreckage you left behind, they will see the cracks in their systems, the fractures in their illusions, and they will know. They will know that one voice, your voice, was enough to change everything. So go, shatter the silence again and again, burn brighter, howl louder, and remind them, you are not just a storm. You are the storm they will never recover from. And now let me ask you, what will you do next? Because you've already started something they can't contain. You've cracked the foundation. You've exposed the truth, and you've proven that you are unstoppable. But this is just the beginning. This is the moment when the storm becomes a hurricane, when the flame becomes an inferno. You see, they thought they had you figured out. They thought you were just a spark, something fleeting, something they could extinguish. But they didn't realize that spark was about to set the world ablaze. They underestimated the power of a voice that refuses to be silenced. And now they're scrambling, they're afraid, because they know the truth. They can't control what they don't understand, and they'll never understand someone who is truly free. So keep going, keep pushing, keep speaking, because every time you do, you carve a path for those who come after you. You light the way for the lost, the broken, the silenced. You remind them that there is strength in their voice, even if it trembles. You remind them that they too are dangerous in their truth. And yes, the road ahead will be brutal. It will test you in ways you can't even imagine. But here's the thing, you're built for this. Every scar you carry, every heartbreak you've endured, every time they tried to break you, it didn't destroy you. It made you. It sharpened you into a force they can't ignore. Let them send their storms, let them bring their noise, because you are the thunder, and their attempts to silence you will only make you louder. You don't just endure, you thrive. You don't just survive, you dominate. You are living proof that even the darkest night can't hold back the dawn. And when they come to you, begging for your compliance, offering you comfort in exchange for your silence, laugh. Laugh, because they still don't understand who they're dealing with. You are not someone who plays by their rules. You are not someone who kneels to their authority. You are not someone who fades into the background. You are the disruption, the chaos, the wildfire they never saw coming. Remember this, your voice is a legacy. It is not bound by time or space. It will echo long after you are gone. It will inspire those who are too afraid to speak today. It will haunt those who tried to silence you. It will stand as a testament to your courage, your resilience, and your refusal to back down. So let the world come at you. Let the critics, the doubters, the oppressors try their hardest. They can't win, because they don't understand the power of someone who has nothing left to lose but their chains. They can't break someone who has already set themselves free. And when the dust finally settles, when the noise fades and the lies crumble into ash, it will be your voice that remains. It will be your truth that echoes across the ruins of their false empires. It will be your roar that lingers in the air, a reminder that they were never as powerful as they claimed to be. So rise again, louder and stronger. Speak until the walls collapse, until the ground beneath them trembles, until they have no choice but to face the truth. Because you are not just a storm, not just a voice. You are a revolution in motion, and nothing can stop you now.